Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. BLs, CJ, Ron. Wow! Alex with the dono right away.
Whoa, thanks, Alex.
Are you familiar with the term W's in the chat?
No. What does that mean? You have to educate me.
Si Elio, alam niya, parang narinig kong tumawa. W's in the chat. So W means like win or wins.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like it's like let's say you do something nice, W or W for Gio. Like let's say you performed really well in like the play or in the end, W's for
Okay.
Gio.
So on the flip side, do you say L's?
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
chat. How about spam some W's in the chat right now? Para kay Gio. So yeah, you say L's like kunyari it sucks. Oh, that movie was such an L, ganyan.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Or
okay.
L live stream. Kunyari,
So I have to use this. I have to use this while we're streaming.
yeah, W's in the chat. Meron din L's. There you go. Let me just try to put on some background music para meron kayong naririnig, chat.
Daming W's. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, W's in the chat. Okay, so before we start, you've probably already seen this in your if you're a member of our channel, you've probably already seen it, but I know Gio doesn't know what I'm talking about. Pero if you look at your emotes right now, you will see
Oh, man.
that there are a couple of emotes that are available for you to use. And let me show what these emotes are.
Oh.
So the first emote, I call this one Gio Sup. So this is Gio Sup. There you go. And ito ang emote version niya. Okay. All right. Chat, how about we spam this emote? I think I have it too. I don't wanna spoil Gio with the rest. We have 3 tonight. We have 3. Yeah, and so Gio,
thanks.
sup.
CJ.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, I call this one Gio. Ako lang to.
Uy, ako lang to. Okay.
Chat, how about we spam that emote in the chat right now? Ako lang to. Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you, SWG. This is SWG, by the way.
SW.
Kasi small white girl.
Okay.
Yeah, which it's ironic because when you say SWG, mas mahaba.
Yeah.
Small white girl. SWG.
Yeah, more syllables.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last one. Wait, I'm trying to remember the name of the last emote. So that's the emote version. Trying to remember the name. I think ang tawag dito,
Whoa.
Gio, hiking tayo.
Oh,
Ako na
man.
bahala sa'yo. Yun! What was this?
Got you.
Like, dude, I scrolled way deep into your Instagram. Yeah.
This was from what year was this? 2014, 2015.
2014, yeah.
Yes, I think this was ano to Mount Batulao. So if any chat sino dyan mahilig mamundok, if you've been there, it's that part na
Mount Batulao?
Batulao. Yeah.
Batulao, yun.
May part kasi doon that you have to rappel. That's why may rope.
Oh, okay. And then kaya lumabas yung biceps
Oo,
kasi
eh.
kailangan gamitan talaga ng braso eh.
Upper body strength. Come on.
How do you pronounce your name? Is because I said Gio Gahol. Is it Gahol or
Gahol.
Then I heard you say Gahol.
Gahol, yeah. Pero it's okay. You can say gahol and it's okay.
Right.
Pero Tagalog word yun which means kulang. So baka gahol na lang.
Gahol na.
Para naman di ko nararamdaman masyado na may pagkukulang ako, di ba?
To be fair, meron dito sa stream, one of our moderators, his name is Rayman, and then yung apelido niya, Galit. Yeah. Pero kiniklaim niya, tuwing nag-aaway kunyari sa chat or may nangyayaring negative, sinasabi niya, ako lang pwedeng maging galit dito.
There's a monopoly of anger.
Kanya
Mr. Galit.
Yeah. Pero like just like you nagahol, siya naman galit siya. Hindi galit. Yeah.
Galit.
Yeah. Katukayo mo raw. Another Gio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gio Robrigado.
Going into this stream, actually, I was already talking about you on the stream. I was looking at your bio, and then I think every time I said Gio would do this or si Gio, si Gio nasa play na to. nagtataka itong Gio na to.
Akala niya siya.
Yung nag-uusapan. So, nalilito si Gio. But, so for this stream, Gio with an E, do you have an alternative name just for this stream? Kasi feeling ko, magkakalituhan tayo throughout because we are with Gio, of course, with an I. What's that? It's short for...
Sergio.
Ooh.
Yes.
Good thing you didn't go the Surge route. Did you almost?
No.
Why?
Well, first of all, choice ng mom ko yan na ang nickname ay Gio. Pero parang weird din yung Sergio. I think there was a time I had friends. This was maybe in high school na parang, did you go through that phase? Na parang, I want to change my name because I'm in high school now.
Oh, like a rebrand?
Oo, parang yung friends. But it was my friends who were saying na, but ayaw mo ng nickname na Surge. Tapos parang, I don't know, hindi lang siya cool enough for me. Mas cool yung Gio. Kasi nung bata ako, sorry, tanda na kasi ako. Nung bata ako, parang onti pa lang yung Gio eh.
Oh,
parang
okay.
May sikat lang na si Gio Alvarez, that actor. Pero
Gio
parang
Alvarez.
onti lang.
Okay.
Tingnan nyo, si Gio Alvarez, just medyo kahawig ko rin siya.
Oh, yeah, dude! Yo!
Diba?
Yo, last night when I was Googling Gio Gahol, I was saying, ikaw to. Like, and then when I went to your Instagram, I'm like, wait, this is another person.
Yeah.
Ano.
Pero some people were saying na magkamukha kami ni Gio Alvarez.
Yeah.
Pero ngayon, parang medyo madami ng mga Gio ngayon, ha?
Yeah, actually.
It's either GIO or pero yung GEO din, marami na eh.
I have like I could name at least like 3 Gios in my life, like growing up. One of them was kind of mean though. Are you?
Really?
Yeah, are you mean?
No, I'm not.
Not really. You're
No.
kind. Okay, that's good.
I'm very kind.
At least
very
now I
kind.
know 4 Gios. Isa lang dun yung medyo mean. Yeah, medyo bully siya growing up. Eh. So if you can watch this, Gio was a bully growing up. Sana nagbago ka na.
Oh. Hindi ikaw yung Gio na nasa chat, ha? It's
Ibang
not you.
Gio. Yan yung Gio na nasa chat. Medyo masama lang yan. We always want a cooler name when in high school. So
Right?
so you went from what to Gio?
No. It was really just Gio. Pero nung high school, my friends were saying mag-surge.
Oh.
Or Luis. May second name kasi si Luis. So parang, ayaw mo magbago na name. Second name, okay na yung Gio. Parang, ano na eh. Na-embody ko na yung pagiging Gio.
Tsaka cool na yun eh.
Yeah,
no?
cool na yun
I
for
never
me.
really had that phase, but I do know, maybe, tell me if this is you too. Chat, let me know kung kayo rin. Depende kung ano yung tawag ng mga tao sa'yo, you would know from what phase of your life they're from.
That's true.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay,
that's
okay. So
true.
what was it like for you?
Like if I know it's my college friends would call me G. Just G.
Dude, I think, not gonna lie, that's a really cool name. I would argue it might even be cooler than Gio. Yeah,
so
dude,
I know it. Most of my college friends would just say, G, ganyan. So alam ko na, friends ko yun from college.
Mm-hmm.
Yan. So if we're ever in public and makarinig kayo someone calls me Serge, probably someone from my high school or whatever.
Okay. And then Gio for everybody else.
Yeah, for everybody else.
And then G College. I've always found one-letter nicknames fascinating. Like, I have a friend. His name is, yung apelido niya, Quijano, with a Q.
Okay.
He's just called Q.
Oh.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Imagine being called by Q. Man, sobrang solid nun.
And Q is like, I find Q to be like a special letter eh.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang pag ginagamit
Sa
sa
Scrabble.
pag nagamit mo yung Q, highest points yun eh.
Itabi mo pa sa triple letter score, diba? Panalo ka na.
Right.
Ron here with a question. By the way, chat, you can ask any question that you want. I know you've been working hard to prepare your questions kasi the past few nights nga, sinasabi ko, Gio will be on the stream. Be on your worst behavior. Ask Gio whatever you want to ask.
Yeah,
So
I'm ready.
our
ready.
first
Bring
question
it
for
on.
tonight is from Ron. Is the movie Sila Sila your first film?
No, that wasn't my first film. I think the very first film that I came out in was pero ano pa ako nito as in yun para I can't even call myself an extra kasi wala akong lines. Tapos parang ginawa ko lang yun because my friend was part of the production team of that movie. What's it called? Sana Bukas, I think.
That was your first one.
Yeah. Tapos ang role ko lang doon, kinasal lang ako doon. Parang may kinakasal lang sa altar.
Ito, sana bukas pa ang
No.
Would you know who like the sana bukas year of the movie?
I know it was Paolo Avellino was in it.
Paolo Avellino, yan. Sana
Napapauso ako.
Sana bukas pa ang kahapon?
Yan ba yun? No eh. Or nalimutan
Paolo
ko na.
Avellino. Basta yun yung first mo.
Yeah, basta yun yung very first. Yeah, but thank you. If you've seen Sila, thank you to that. I think that's the very first film that I played the lead role.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. How was that? I mean, actually, one of the things that I was thinking about last night is ano yung difference ng acting when you're doing film versus doing theater versus maybe, is there like a third option here of acting?
For me, at least very specifically, this is specific to me. Siguro music video. Madami ako music video, guys. Pag hinahanap yan, magugulat na ako, ikaw pala yun.
Dude, that's actually funny. Like that one totally blindsided me. I didn't see that coming.
Hindi, for a time talaga yung mga tao, parang, ba't tayo yung music videos? Ano nangyayari?
Tapos iba ang acting sa music video.
Oo, syempre. Iba yun.
Okay,
Pero,
walk us through it. What's the difference between
So, acting kasi I started in theater talaga. So, mas doon ako natuto pag sa theater kasi, all eyes are on you, diba? But you're on stage. So, every person in the audience can be looking at you at any point. So, dapat lahat ng movements mo, even how you deliver your lines, it's deliberately, you're doing it deliberately for them to understand. So, yung mga galaw, medyo mas malaki. Tapos pag sinasabi mo yung lines mo, sobrang enunciated, sobrang naka-project kasi you have to feel like the theater. In front of the camera, sobrang different animal kasi doon naman, you have to minimize everything kasi you have to remember that it's the lens that's capturing everything that you're doing. So, mas nuanced, parang sobrang yung mga maliliit lang na
expression.
Kaya yung kunyari rest in peace our superstar Nora Honor, no. 'Di ba sinasabi yung si Nora Honor mata-mata acting kasi ganun, yun talagang dapat kaya mong mag-explain ng isang buong paragraph with just your eyes. Kasi once the camera captures that, it's magic.
Yeah.
So, yun yung difference talaga.
Yeah. I suppose it would be different because when you mentioned the lens thing, oo nga, kapag movie, pwede kasing naka-zoom sa mukha mo yung camera. So, like, micro-expressions are gonna be caught.
Yes.
And then in theater, malayo na nga yung audience, so you have to make big actions.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Paano kung malabo pa yung mata nila?
Pa-check up nyo na. Pag malabo yung mata nyo.
Oh, man. That's gonna be so bad kung manunood ka ng theater tapos malabo pa yung mata mo.
Oo nga.
I could just imagine. Okay. I think we have more questions here. Oh, by the way, pahabol ni Ron, Gio is very good in Sila movie. Sana pareho sila ni Topher nanalo rin. When was this? Sila?
This was in 2019.
2019.
Yeah, it was part of Cinema One Originals. And we won. I think audience... wait. Basta it was the best film of the Cinema One Originals of that year. And then, because my co-actor, Topper Fabregas, won Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, he sounds so familiar.
Topper. Yeah.
Topper
Fabregas. Also a theater actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds like so familiar.
So interesting.
Okay.
Yung sila, puro kami dun mga theater professionals. Deliberately, the director, Giancarlo Abrahan, really wanted to cast theater actors for his film.
Any reason why you think?
Well, he himself kasi is he's very much into theater. Ano yun? Sibol Kid.
Okay,
Tapos,
wow.
Gusto lang niya yung ma-experience we were rehearsing the scenes that we were gonna shoot in the film as if they were like as if we were rehearsing for theater. Kasi puro kami long takes eh. So kasi 'di ba most of the time pag mga when you're shooting a film, pwede naman putol-putol mo siyang i-shoot eh. Ito
Dire-diretso.
Dire-diretso. Parang si that new show on Netflix, Adolescence.
Adolescence? Like, anong one shot lang? One shot lang
yes.
yung doon?
It's a series pala.
Yeah.
Puro sila one shot. As in, meron silang mga scenes na 20 minutes long na one shot.
It makes sense then kung ganun na gusto talaga nung director you said?
Yeah.
Na one shot lang. They'll for sure get people who've acted in theater before.
Yeah.
Well, that makes so much sense. Okay, that's fascinating to know. What is
Can
this?
you cry on a whim?
Oh,
Just
Chad, can you? Can you though?
If you're asking kasi gusto nyo ako umiyak ngayon, sabihin ko na lang no. Grabe kayo, chat ha. Ba't gusto nyo akong paiyakin?
Yo, Chad, sabi ni Gio, if umabot daw tayo, okay, so what member goal would you want us to reach? Like, give like a wild number. We're currently at 203 out of 200. Give a wild number. Na pag naabot yun, you might consider crying.
Oh, come on.
That's why it has to be a kind of wild number.
What's a wild number? Oh. Pwedeng above 1,000, gano'n?
That was, I think that's like
450.
450. All right.
Alright,
Okay. 450. All right. That's a wild number. Okay. I think we missed a couple of comments here already.
Sorry, chat. Daldal kasi ako eh.
Wait.
What made theater art so
Here.
appealing?
What made theater art so appealing that you made it into a career? Because most don't know, or maybe we do, that being an artist is a real struggle. That's why most Filipinos parents really push their children to have a 9 to 5 or be a nurse or engineer. Before we started the stream, sinasabi sa akin ni Gio na hindi raw siya parating actor or into theater. In fact, Gio said nung nasa college siya, we both went to the same school, by the way.
Yeah.
Nung college siya, nasa dance na org siya.
Yeah.
Gio was beginning to talk about his story on how he got into theater. But yeah, let's answer what MJ said. What made theater art so appealing? Because you never really thought about it until after college, even maybe, yeah?
Yeah. You know, alam mo, ang cliche na to eh. Pero if we're gonna go back to the very first time I did it, that really appealed to me. It's because it made me happy. Iyak na ako. Gusto niya ba? No, it really made me happy. Like, I feel like the people I was working with in the theater were such genuinely nice people. Like, genuinely real people. Which you don't really get a lot of. Especially these days, yung talagang marirealize mo na may mga tao pala na hindi natatakot ipakita yung bad side nila. In theater kasi, I think if you want to be an effective actor, you have to be open to being vulnerable, and being vulnerable isn't just showing the good parts of yourself. So what I enjoyed about theater was seeing these people na with that level of vulnerability, and I enjoyed it kasi it pushed me to be that kind of person as well. So siguro kaya naging career ko siya ngayon kasi kahit na nagkaroon ako ng I worked corporate for 4 years, and I left it kahit na sobrang stable nga financially, diba? You get a 15-30 paycheck, you get like all these benefits, pero I wasn't feeling the happiness that theater was giving me. So ayun, but of course, di ko naman ipupush yung mga tao na mag-theater kayo kasi masaya. Hindi naman tayo nabubusog sa saya, di ba?
Yeah.
Diba? So, the reality is, you have to earn money. So, if you can afford to do it on the side because it brings you joy, then do it. And then eventually, it will come knocking on your door. Sabihin sa'yo na, pwede mo na yan gawin full-time kasi kumbaga, you've learned enough life skills to balance your lifestyle in a way na you're not getting big paychecks anymore, but at least your happy tank is always full.
You found the
Diba?
sweet spot
Yes.
between I got to work for security, but I'm not that happy, and I'm now trying to find my happiness in arts or creativity, and it's okay even if hindi ganun kataas yung sweldo compared to your stable corporate job, because at least you found like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And then when do you think is it okay for somebody to go all in? Like is there like a secret answer? Is there like a formula? Is it you're never gonna be sure, you just have to take the risk? What is it?
I don't want to say you're never gonna be sure, you just have to take the risk. That's
Too risky.
for me ngayon in this economy. That's bad advice. Never take that advice from anyone in this economy. Pero malalaman mo kasi if like siguro in my case na lang, nahanap ko na kasi yung bare minimum na kailangan ko in my life. So when I knew that the checks were gonna stop coming in, I wasn't gonna be earning the same amount of money as when I was working corporate. Parang alam ko how to minimize my needs. Diba? Parang, okay, so ibig sabihin na to, hindi na ako gigimik with friends, or hindi na ako pwedeng bumili ng sapatos.
Or kung may nakita ka sa Lazada, tapos,
Oo, hindi pwede yung checkout ka lang ng checkout. Kailangan maging yung mindful shopper.
intentional shopper.
Yes, intentional shopper ka. 'Di ba? At saka credit cards make people happy, pero I'm telling you, this is the best advice I can give you, financial advice. Fear your credit card.
Ooh.
Fear it. Like dapat meron ko parating level of takot pag ginagamit mo. So kasi parang wait, mababayaran ko ba ito pag ginamit, pag chinarge ko to sa credit card? Ganon. So, yun ako, a healthy relationship ko with my credit card dahil natatakot ako sa kanya eh.
Yeah. I want to roll it back a bit when you said that in theater. This one was a little interesting. You said that in theater, natuwa ka and you found like the people to be really authentic kahit na pinapakita nila yung bad side nila. What did you mean by that?
Bad, but I don't mean it in the way na bad as in ginagamit nila yung bad behavior nila to hurt you. Pero the ugly parts of ourselves, you know what I mean? Parang, I'm sure we all have those like bad habits.
Yung parang character
like,
flaws mo, ganun.
Yeah, yung parang, and hindi rin red flag iba rin yun. Iba yung red flag. Hindi pinapakita yung red flag. Pero yung meron ka lang behavior na alam mong it's not everybody's cup. Not everyone's gonna like it.
Ngumunguya ka with your mouth open.
Oh, pwede. Yung ganyan, diba?
Mga pet peeve lang for others, pero hindi talaga siya masama. Okay.
Yung mga nagbe-baby talk ka. Pero okay lang. Ako, okay lang sa akin yung mga nagbe-baby talk. Pero there are some people na parang who find it annoying. Pero, pero yung mga ganong parts of the people in theater, yung mga ganong nila, character traits nila, hindi sila natatakot na ipakita kasi very honest din naman yung mga tao. So kunwari you do something bad, kung pareho tayo nasa theater, sabihin ko agad sa'yo na quit ka dyan, ba't mo ginagawa yan? Yung ganun, hindi yung ay ganun pala siya, tapos pag-uusapan na sa group chat, ayan si Carlos ganito pa nagbe-baby talk.
Okay. That's
parang very upfront kasi yung mga tao.
Yeah. Ito si Gio wait. Gio gave a nickname. Wait. Gio, gamitin niyo muna yung aking Valorant name. Deej.
Deej.
Okay, Deej. Got it. You play any video games?
No.
Cellphone?
I dropped off video games after PS2. That's how long it's been.
Well, to be fair, my last gaming console, now I'm on PC, but my last console was also a PS2.
Really?
Yeah, never na ako nag-PS3. Never na ako nag-4 or 5. Yeah. Yeah, si baby Zach, yun naka PS5 yun.
Oh, wow.
Pero ako never na ako umandar from PS2. I think do you remember the last game you played? Ako, I do. Sige. You can try to Dig deep. What was the last game you played?
Man, I think the last game I played that I was really into, NBA Street, bro. Did you ever play that? NBA Street. Uy, sobrang fun nun. Parang 3-on-3
Yeah,
NBA.
I think I know that. Like street ball and then you off the heezy. You remember that move?
Oh, yes.
Off the heezy, chat. Do you know that, chat? NBA Street. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. That
PS2
one.
yan. Yeah,
sobrang
this one.
Fun ng game na yan.
Yeah, dude.
I
Off the
remember
heezy.
very hot summers na nasa bahay lang ako tapos nilalaro ko lang NBA Street.
Yeah, I remember this one. I think the problem with this is as kids, my cousins and I, when we would play it, we would take it a little too seriously and in real life. So ang ginagawa namin, NBA Street, off the heezy. Chad, do you know the move off the heezy?
Off the heezy.
Yeah, this diba may nagko-comment pa?
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, off the heezy literally means off the head. So watch this one. This is what off the heezy is. Where's the off the heezy?
Flat tire. Hotness.
Wala naman na go off the heezy.
Not a good day.
Come on, this one has to be it. Yo!
Hey.
So binato niya sa ulo niya. Off the
Oh,
heezy.
man.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Memories.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Yeah, I played that one. Did you play Tony Hawk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I also played SmackDown on PS2 wrestling. Did you play that one?
No.
Hindi na.
Twisted
Yeah.
Metal.
Twisted Metal, yeah, classic. Nagka PS1 ka pa?
Oo naman, syempre.
Yeah, PS1,
Hanggang family
PS2,
computer.
Game Boy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pero
Game
hindi
Boy.
ako nagka-Game Boy Color. Tama ba? May Game Boy Color.
Yeah, Game Boy Color. Chat,
Parang
sinong
Game Boy Classic lang ako.
Game Boy Color? Oh, I play this. Yeah. Ako naman hanggang game... Ito yung first Game Boy ko. Yung Game Boy Classic, yun yung ate ko.
Okay,
Ito
oh.
first Game Boy
So,
ko.
ka-age ko yung ate mo. Kaya
Yeah.
Game Boy Classic din.
Game Boy
Did
Color.
you have like a... Nokia had like a gaming console phone.
Engage.
Engage.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nagka-Nokia Engage ka?
My brother did. My brother had an Engage. Grabe.
Can you imagine, like, at the time when we were holding these phones, these were gigantic
Yeah.
in our hands. But
Yeah.
look at how small these phones actually are. Diba? Yeah. Okay, I have another question about acting.
Sige. Going back.
When you were, you know how, I mean, I wouldn't know the first thing about acting, honestly, but I think when you act and you try to embody the character that you're playing, has there ever been a character that you played and tried to embody that left a permanent impression on you? Yeah, di ba? Na tipong talagang inano mo siya,
In-internalize.
yeah, you know the words.
Tapos,
in-internalize.
inano na niya. Yung
Naging personality mo na.
Penetrate na niya yung pagkatao ko. No, because I believe in responsible acting practices of the practice of de-rolling.
Oh,
So we do
there's
that.
such a thing?
Yeah, like there are different approaches to de-rolling, pero like ako as much as possible, if I'm not on stage, I just revert back to who I am.
What's de-rolling? Like
Literally, like the role, you remove it, you de-roll. Parang
there are steps on that? Do you like
yeah, if you take some acting classes, may different exercises. And like the most basic is parang literally like physically shedding the skin of the role of your body.
What?
Ganyan. Pero ako, feeling ko kasi parang unless you can warn your like other people na I'm in a role, I'm in character. Parang medyo nakakatakot kasi for your co-actors, for at least for you also to assume that they can just guess that you're in character when the way you talk to them or even the way that they see you move around. Na parang, ano nangyari sa kanya? Is he okay? Baka in character lang siya. Pero I want to give people around me like a heads up if ever I do that. Na, I'm in character so kumbaga, wag mong isipin na kung meron akong gawin or ganito, baka, grabe si Gio. I don't know, I was in character. But kaya nga mas maganda for me na to just de-roll when you're not performing. Kasi at least walang risk of you doing something that people will misunderstand or take the wrong way.
When you said earlier that you try to be self-aware and then tell other people that you're in character, is that in the middle of a run of a show or
yeah, like kunyari a show runs for like 2 hours, so pag wala ka sa stage, you're backstage with your co-actors, diba? So some people need that. And I understand where they're coming from, that they have to stay in character for the entire duration. Kasi baka mas madali nilang naaabot yung mga emotional arcs ng characters that they have to play. Pero parang kaya you have to be, I personally tell myself na I have to be a hardworking actor enough to know na kaya ko na siyang trace on paper.
Yeah.
Para whatever happens, I know my way back into the character after stepping off stage. Kaysa yung buong-buo siya for 2 hours na I'm just in character. Kasi nakapagod din yun eh. Like imagine having to pretend to be like pretend to be living another person's life for 2.5 hours. Nakapagod siya.
Dang, like I never really thought about that. I mean, that actors have to go through this immense exercise of being aware of those things, and then kailangan may de-roll process pa. Yeah, I never even thought that it could actually bleed into your real personality. So it's a real thing. It does happen.
Yeah, siguro famously like in Hollywood, sino bang mga, I think it's called like method acting. Like you have Joaquin Phoenix does that. The late the other guy who played Joker, rest in peace.
Yeah, chat. Who's Joker?
Sino yun?
In Batman?
Oh yeah, tama si Heath Ledger, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis also ganyan. Ano sila?
Yeah. Heath Ledger.
Yeah, so
I know Shia LaBeouf. He had this movie where he had to be in a war movie, Fury.
Tas hindi siya naligo. Ba yun?
Yeah, yun. So that's method acting.
I'm not an expert when it comes to like the terminologies or the specifics of like acting techniques. Pero I think that's an exercise in method acting. Yung parang you immerse yourself in a very specific situation that is unique to the character that you're gonna be playing.
Sabi ni MJ, no. Shia is just weird.
Hey.
Okay, let's read some comments again before we move on. We'll try our best, chat, to really go through everything. Because I know you prepared a lot for this one. Okay, let's make it a simple question here. Most unforgettable experience in a theater play.
Most unforgettable something. I was in this show where there was water.
Okay.
Dun sa stage namin.
What is it?
As in my say Rack of Ages.
Rack.
R-A-K. Rack. Of Ages. Also may baha kasi yung set namin.
Okay.
I'll show you a photo there right there. So basta yan, may water dyan. May water. Proud ako niyan eh. Like, we ran for how many seasons, for how many years. I never fell into that baha.
What do you mean by falling into the baha? As in, nadapa ka?
I slid. So on the last year that we did it, in 2019, I slipped and fell into the water.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Is it what
ayan, yeah. Ayan, water yan eh. So nadulas ako, tas nahulog ako dun sa water during a production number. We were dancing. Tapos, from the water, umakit ako ulit ng stage. Tinapos ko pa yung production number ng basang-basa yung from my knees down to my shoes were wet, my socks were wet. Pero the show must go on eh. So, unforgettable yun.
Did you hear like an audible gasp from the audience?
Yes. I mean, obviously, I'm not the first who's fallen in the water. Maraming beses na. Kaya nga, sabi ko, this might be our last run. Proud ako, hindi ako, ako pa rin yung hindi nahuhulog. And I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, to be fair, I think it's you gave the audience a little bit of catharsis there na yun siguro yung isa sa mga gusto nilang makita na napagkakamali.
Oo,
They're
eh.
like, okay. I made you, binigay ko na yun sa inyo.
Yeah,
But the
that's
show
me.
must go on.
That's me.
This
Yeah,
one,
nasa
this one.
plank. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I could see
Safe
the risk,
ako dun, safe
the
ako sa
risk of
ba-
falling. What if that didn't throw you off? What would? Like, is there something that would normally throw you off in a theater
In a show?
production? Yeah, in a show.
Oh, noisy audience members. Oh, man.
Like what kind of noise? Like they're just
Eh,
chatting.
nag-uusap.
Ganun?
Oo, yung nag-uusap. Tapos, kunyari yung sobrang serious na scene. Tapos,
Naririnig mo.
nagtatawanan or something.
To throw you off.
Yeah, sobra.
And what do you do when that happens? Like, sinisenyasin mo ba yung usher na
The
Ano ba
ushers
dito?
normally would naman eh. Sisitahin nila yan. Pero pag hindi nila nagagawa, yung pag wala akong line, titingin ako kung nasa general area of where they are. Like this. Nakakatakot ba siya?
Ako medyo natakot ako. Tingin ako sa'yo eh. and then you hear them like quiet up, tatahimik sila.
Yeah, yung madaan ka sa tingin. Kasi, wala tayo sa sala ng bahay mo, ha? Nasa theater ka eh.
Yeah, I mean there is proper theater etiquette which I think everyone should be practicing talaga whenever we have something like this. A question for Gio from
Okay.
Francis. Any paranormal experience while rehearsing or performing in a show?
Oh, yes. So in this theater dito sa where we did Rock of Ages. Meron kami diyang mga friends.
Uh-huh.
We have like two kids na they have a special corner in the theater where we leave like two chairs. Kasi nanonood sila. We believe that they have special seats because they love watching our shows.
Okay.
Tapos every time
Sorry, did you say special kids?
special
chairs.
There are special chairs for our special guests.
Oh, you
There
mean
are-
like guests who aren't in this world?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
And they're
okay.
two kids. Tapos nag-offer kami ng mga gifts doon, ganyan.
Okay.
Tapos parati na namin pinapaalalahanan. Anyone who goes into the theater, we tell them na never move the chairs. Never. Because whenever someone moves it, nagkakaroon ng technical glitches sa show. So, may isa kaming show na na-move yung chair.
Okay.
Tapos, preview show to, nag-brown out. As in, dami nangyari.
You got them upset.
Oo, nag-brown out, but the show must go on. So, nag-continue yung show with just, nag-on yung generator, then naka-ano lang, fluorescent light lang
Yeah.
kami. Tapos, yung isang actor, may mga trapdoors kasi na scene. May
Okay.
isang actor, for some reason, hindi siya makalabas nung trapdoor because it was screwed shut. Tapos you're wondering, paano nangyari yun? Paano na-screw shut yun, di ba? So, yun. So, up to this day, we don't move those chairs of the kids and we still give them flowers or candies or like
Atang.
books.
Kunyari, food. Kunyari, kumakain kayong lahat. Do you like offer like a small plate or something?
Yeah, ganyan.
Yeah. Whoa.
Biscuits, candies, ganun.
That's freaky. Okay, so is that normal though? Like in different theaters, may ano talaga paranormal na nangyayari?
Feel ko yes eh. Kasi, di ba, like this spirits are attracted to energy. So imagine yung in a theater na
Yeah.
so much energy obviously exudes from the actors, and then you have hundreds of audience members coming in and out every week because of
Yeah.
the shows. So parang
Nakaka-attract talaga ng
nagdo-draw
paranormal.
sila sa
Yeah.
ganun eh. Oo.
Wow. I think Gio was able to answer this earlier, but did you ever act as a kid?
No.
No,
No,
yun nga.
not at
So,
all. Not at all.
I think that's pretty consistent with what we already know of Gio na after college pa siya nag-start mag-act.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ano pa
Chat.
mga tanong nyo, chat?
By the way, chat, kung may na-miss kami, tas napansin nyo nag-move on na kami sa ibang question, feel free to double send. Sorry for the little hassle there, but we really want to answer as many questions as we can. You can also, I think this is on the topic of D-rolling. You can also hypnotize yourself when it's an intense character. And once you hear cut, you immediately drop the character.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh!
Ako pag sinabing, kunyari for film, pag sinabi
Yeah.
na talagang cut, bye, I'm back to
Yeah.
being me. It's me, your friend Gio.
Yeah. I have a funny story. In high school, I don't know if chat kung ganito rin sa high school ninyo, pero lahat tayo dumaan sa pagbasa ng No Limit Angre, di ba? El Fili. And then I think, if I remember correctly, second year high school or third year high school, may mga excerpts from maybe, let's say, the book that we have to act individually as part of Filipino class. 'Di ba? Kailangan i-act, and it's part of the curriculum. So I remember sino ba yung mga characters ng siguro si Elias. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Medyo si Elias vengeful, may galit siya, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So this is we're on the topic of being in character, and this is one of my core memories in high school. My classmate, rather my friend, Elias yung pinoportray niyang character, and may monologue siya. And then so in character siya, talagang intense. And then I think na to throw off siya dahil yung classmates niya are doing whatever they can to throw him off.
Oh.
And one of the things
High school.
all boys pa, so medyo
Yeah.
magulo. One of chat, I'm gonna say this really quickly or we might get banned on TikTok. So one of the things na ginagawa ng mga kaklase niya in high school, habang sobrang intense yung linyahan ni Elias, they would flash their they would flash.
come on, guys.
They would flash and then wiggle their thing. Ganun nila.
In the classroom?
Hindi naman
What?
nakikita ng teacher yun eh. Pero if you're in front of the class, kita mo yung lahat ng kaklase mo, di ba? So ginaganon nila yung thing nila.
Grabe.
So na-throw off siya. But he was still in character. So sabi niya, he asked for his line. Kasi nga nakalimutan niya. Sabi niya, linya! Gumanon siya. And then that made everybody laugh. Because nung humingi siya ng line, alam mo yung natatawa siya, pero in character pa rin siya. Pero nakalimutan niya na yung sasabihin niya, tapos hiningi niya pa rin yung line niya. So, that was...
You were in the room when this happened?
No, it's my one of my closest friends.
It's a different
so
section.
katabing classroom ko lang.
Okay.
And I know na notorious sila sa ganun. Yung sinabi ni SWG.
Holy smokes, there's a term for it? Okay.
Yeah. Yan yung ginagawa nila. Sobrang memorable yun. And I know that friend. I know the friend who did it. Yung nagpapaano. Lakas ng trip eh.
Yeah,
I mean,
kids.
that will throw you off 100%.
Kayo chat, what ridiculous things were you doing as kids? High school kids at least.
Yeah. I mean, it's different too, right? Like, chat, sino dito mga all girls? Mga all girls may sarili
actually.
may sarili silang set ng kalokohan eh. Anybody here with ano yung mga kalokohan nyo nung high school?
Come on, chat. Truth hour. Reveal your secrets.
What's up, Christian? Oh, it's Riza's birthday today? Ako yung kalokohan. Drop it, SWG. What did you do back in school? Birthday daw ni Riza today. Did I
Happy
get that
birthday,
right?
Riza.
Good girl daw si Riza. Share. Riza's only 19, by the way. So you're 20
wow.
now, Riza? Share, goody girl. Oh, come on, Jai.
Wow.
Talaga ba, goody girl? Kagabi, okay, ilalaglag ko kayo chat, So kagabi, sabi ko sa chat, because they know you were gonna guest today. Sabi ko, alright, ilabas nyo na lahat ng kabalastugan na gusto nyong ilabas sa chat ngayon. Because tomorrow night, when Gio is here with us in the stream room, you guys have to act behaved. And now, everybody is in character. Behave silang lahat. Mabait ako. I'm a good girl. Goody girl.
Sige, we'll see about
Come on,
that.
Chad. Just last night, I promised to be a
SWG,
good girl.
I promised. Most promises are meant to be broken. So,
Ayun na nga. Let's talk about the play you have coming up this May. I already told Chat about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there you
this
go.
is We Aren't Kids Anymore.
yes. So, by that, we mean we don't flash our... we don't do that.
Hindi na-
we don't do that to our friends
Hindi na
anymore.
helicopter.
Wala nang helicopter kasi we aren't kids anymore. No. But, no, we have been talking about a bunch of stuff from our childhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about we check out a trailer maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Sige, let's check out the trailers.
Ano na mukha ako, grabe.
And then let's get straight into it. All right, so this is the first trailer. By the way, chat, we're still waiting for your replies. Kung may kalokohan kayo back in the high school, drop it in the comments. That's you.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Drew, and I'm an artist. I wanna know if you would listen to my music. I've been working so damn hard on writing something worth a damn.
Oh, man.
Drew
Gasparini.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's it about? How is Drew is the writer of the show?
Yes, so he wrote this. He wrote the song. So what we're doing is it's called the song cycle. So We Aren't Kids Anymore is a song cycle. It's about I think 19, 20 songs. Wala kaming lines. Walang scenes. It's just songs.
Okay.
But a song cycle is a collection of songs with a common thread. And in this one in particular, We Aren't Kids Anymore, the common thread is it's all written by Drew Gasparini. And it's basically a semi-autobiographical song cycle. So lahat ng songs are about different times in his life. Kaka-birthday lang ni Drew Gasparini nung April 20, by the way.
Is he a Filipino?
No. He's so I think he's Italian-American.
Okay.
So he's based in New York.
Okay.
Pero born and raised in California.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So it's written by Drew Gasparini.
Yes.
All songs.
All the songs. In fact, if you're interested, this album is on Spotify. You can listen to the songs. Pero of course, kasi it's never been staged. He released this during the pandemic. Parang he had the drive to create these songs during the pandemic kasi. So nilabas niya yung songs, but it's never been staged.
Okay. And did he put out these songs with the intention of it being produced for theater or for a show or wala naman?
He's written music for different Broadway shows. The Karate Kid, that was his music. It's kind of a funny story, was also by Drew Gasparini. But this one, ginawa niya talaga because he wanted to create something for himself. Kaya tungkol siya sa buhay, sa personal life niya.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you say it's never been staged, meaning to say never siya na-convert into a play.
Yeah, never pa siya na-perform on stage. So, actually, meron silang in London, We Aren't Kids Anymore is they're gonna have a world premiere, but it's just a preview. And it's happening, what's the date today? I think in 4 days. If I'm not mistaken, April 28th, which is just a couple of days before we open here in the Philippines.
Okay, and then what's gonna happen here is you're gonna perform all the songs of the album.
Yes. Pero there are notes kasi, so pag nakuha yung ano niya, yung when they sent us the music sheets, may mga notes sila doon, parang guidelines for staging. Parang gusto talaga nila you stage it according to how it relates to your life. So, diba, like right now, chat sa on screen, you can see 5 of us. 5 kami dyan, pero we all play the same character. And the character's name is Drew. Kasi nga, it's semi-autobiographical. Pero what we represent are like the different parts of who he is.
Okay.
And in the different times of his life. So from his childhood to his teenage years, so like maybe his early 20s. He was born in 1986. So up until his now 30s, late 30s, ganyan. He's an artist. He talks a lot about the struggles of being an artist and trying to make it in New York City, imposter syndrome, some I don't want to say it's not childhood trauma, pero yung parang meron lang siyang nods to maybe healing his inner child and parang trying to figure out if there was anything he did back when he was younger that stopped him from being who he should be when he was older. Ganyan.
Yeah.
Ang deep, no, chat?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's actually super interesting. You guys you said that you're all gonna be playing Drew, right?
Yes.
Are you all assigned like an age of his life? Or you guys are gonna be playing different ages?
Hindi siya specific to age eh. Parang merong Drew that talks a lot about his family.
Oh, and then somebody's gonna play that.
Yes, and then merong Drew who talks about being an artist and yun nga, the imposter syndrome, feeling stuck at a certain moment in his life because parang hindi na siya nag-grow as an artist or hindi na siya nag-grow kasi parang like we were talking about this earlier, chat, diba, na parang hindi siya nag-grow kasi hindi naman financially stable ang pagiging artist. There's a Drew that talks about relationships, kung anong klaseng relationships yung meron siya, from, we're talking about girlfriends, having a girlfriend, or even friendships, failed engagements, mga ganon.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then, merong Drew, the Drew that I am playing specifically is the Drew who's very closed off. Parang meron kasi siyang meron siyang mga, I don't want to say secrets, pero meron siyang mga pinagdadaanan na hindi siya willing to open up about. Because I'm sure chat gets nyo to eh. Di ba? Meron kang, yung kahit even your closest friends, there are some things that you go through that even your closest friends, it's hard for you to tell them. Parang it's hard for you to admit. So, imagine 5 kami dyan. We're all Drew. So, the Drew that I'm playing, nahihirapan siyang i-admit yung mga bagay na yun sa ibang tao. And even, nahihirapan din siya to admit it to certain parts of himself.
Ooh, yeah. We all know how that. I mean, I know how that feels. Like it's a reality that's already happening. You're struggling to process it. So what more telling it to other people?
Yeah.
Kasi ikaw nga, di mo nga alam kung paano intindihin yun or i-process yun. Yeah. So that's a pretty nuanced character to be playing. Yeah.
Diba?
Did you have to like
Iyak na ba ako, chat?
did you have to draw like from personal experience, or was it purely just studying who Drew was?
Oh, I definitely did. And I think all of us had to. Our director, Rem Zamora, encouraged us to also to lend our voice to the characters that we're playing, which of course is an ask from us then to excavate from our personal experiences. With consent naman. Siyempre, you have to respect people's boundaries, right? So, he made sure naman na if we had certain boundaries na gusto naming i-establish, he will honor and respect those. So, yung mga parts of ourselves, parts of our personal histories that we are bringing into the characters that we're playing, ano naman yun? Respectfully asked of us. So, yes, ako, grabe.
Marami kang hugot.
Oo, grabe.
Oh, man.
May mga days talaga meron kami mga rehearsals. We've been rehearsing for, I think, 5 weeks now. May mga rehearsals na nagugulat na lang ako na, nakwento ko na pa. Grabe, kinuwento ko ba talaga sa inyo yun right now? Okay. So, now you guys know.
Wow.
Tapos, makikita nyo yun sa show. Lalabas yun. Ganun.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be showing? Or how long is the show gonna be running for?
So it's about 90 minutes long. So wala kaming intermissions. An hour and a half. You come in, after an hour and a half, you leave. Happy. No, I'm just kidding. After ko sabihin yung parang medyo mabigat na mga na themes, biglang happy. Hindi, pero di ba, we aren't kids anymore. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from. Di ba, parang pag you reach a level of maturity kasi, pag tinatanong ako, how did you know that you weren't a kid anymore?
That's a good question.
Ang parati kong sinasagot, pag alam ko, nung nalaman ko na at tinanggap ko na okay lang hindi maging okay all the time.
Yo, wait, chat. I think we can all answer this question. When did you know that you weren't a kid anymore?
Oh, yeah, sige, chat, sige nga. We wanna hear you guys. What are your
actually,
thoughts?
that's a pretty good question. So, ikaw, sorry, when did you know when you said na okay lang, hindi na maging okay?
Nung tinanggap ko na okay lang talaga pag hindi ka okay.
When did you know that you weren't a kid anymore? Nung may pumatol na.
Huy, SWG,
I mean,
anong nangyari?
Technically, it's a correct answer. So, okay, fine.
Oo, nung legal age ka na. Yung ba yung sinasabi mo?
Technically, the acceptance of responsibility.
Diba? Right? Bills, man. Bills.
Yeah.
Yung bills na pangalan mo yung nakasulat. Woo!
Oh, man. Yeah, wala naman.
You are valid,
Trying to
SWG.
think of mine. I think me, it's when I realized my parents are like you know how you always, when you hit a certain age, you always think about how ang tanda ko na, or like I'm getting older. And it's when I realized that yeah, I am getting older, but so are my parents. Like, that's something I tend to forget because of how I guess so centered to age we could be at times. Na, okay, this is my last year in my 20s. 20 na, 30 na ako, I feel so old. 31 na ako, I feel so old. And then yeah, when I realized that, teka lang, as I'm getting older, my parents are too. That's when I kind of realized that I wasn't a kid anymore. And I guess also to a certain extent, when I also realized that my parents too are going about life for the first time. If that makes any sense. Because
Yeah.
I think sometimes we put so much expectations on our parents, or we want them to be perfect because we did have an image of them growing up, diba?
Yeah.
And then, you know, as you grow up and you learn more about the world, you realize that sila rin, it's their first time living life.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come with their sets of learnings and their sets of mistakes as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's me.
Grab, actually funny na minention mo kasi gusto ko tanongin, napanood mo na ba yung We Aren't Kids Anymore?
Ayun ba yun?
No, because there is one song. There is a song in our show that talks about that. That talks about Drew talks about his parents who when they started building a family, they were clueless. They actually didn't know. They were just two high school sweethearts who loved each other so much. They wanted to get married and then wanted to have a family, but they didn't know where to start. Like, parang, obviously you have kids, but like, how do you navigate that? So, kayo, Sige, let me ask you. Did anyone tell you how to be an adult?
Nah, no one really.
Right?
Our school did though. Our school taught us how to do SSS, how to do
Your
our
taxes.
finish.
Yeah, your taxes.
Yeah. No one really. There's no manual, right, for adulting.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
so ano nga yan eh. The process ganyan when we talk about there's no manual to becoming an adult and figuring things out as a new adult. Parang medyo ganun din yung process namin when we started rehearsing for We Aren't Kids Anymore. Kasi nga walang script eh. Wala naman siyang clear narrative of this is how it starts, this is what happens in the middle, and this is how it ends. So it's just songs. Make do with it what you can. Parang make sense of the songs just so you can tell this story ganyan. So our director namin sabi niya, I need your help. Like we have to work on this together because yun nga walang manual, wala tayong susundan na ganito yung daloy niya, dito siya, bibili siya dito or whatever. So parang naging applicable yung no manual to being an adult sa process namin ng pagbubuo ng We Aren't Kids Anymore kasi there really wasn't a manual. You just go by feeling.
Yeah.
Diba? If it doesn't hurt, then you must be going the right direction.
I'm a little afraid. Feeling ko, iyak ako dito pag pinanood ko. I'm not much of a crier. Like when I watch even romance movies or rom-coms or like really serious sad movies. I'm not much of a crier. But I think this one is gonna pull a lot of heartstrings for me, especially if it has a lot of themes about existential crisis, mga ganyan, or learning more about yourself, or yeah, parang G, no? Chat G. Si Francis, nood tayo. Yeah, I can rock with this. Is there gonna be I heard in the song that played here in the video, there's a band. Is there gonna be a band also?
Yes. So we have a live band. We have a 4-piece live band. We have keyboards, percussions,
Nice.
bass, and guitar.
Nice.
And they're on stage with us while we're performing.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Can we check this one out?
Si Patrick ready na masaktan eh. Sige. Ngayon na ba?
Oh, ngayon na. Ngayon na eh, no? Okay, let's check this one out. What is this one?
Well, that's just me.
Oh, it's just you?
Or is it? I think so. Ay, hindi yan. So this is Maron Cruz.
Okay.
Yes, he's one of my co-actors. We went to the same school as us then.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Same batch?
No, younger than...
Me even?
No, younger than me, older than you.
Okay.
And also, Gab Pangilinan also went to the same school.
Ah, talaga?
Yeah, but same batch as Maron.
Oh, okay. And all the writing of the songs, wait, si ano nga pala?
Drew Gasparini.
Gasparini.
Yes.
Okay. But did you have to like redo anything for the instruments, if that makes sense? Or it's just really technically covering what he wrote?
No, kasi that we had music sheets nga eh. So naka-specify din kung ano instruments yung...
Oh, right.
Yung
Yeah, because they had
ginagamit.
like standards.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember.
So Luigi Quesada, the youngest of the bunch.
Oh.
And his mid-20s. And of course, our musical director, Mike Salomon, who is also one of the actors.
By the way, chat trivia, sabi sa akin ni Gio na tito ni Rika. Yeah,
yes.
si Mike Salomon.
Diba? Rika Salomon. So Mike is our musical director, pero tas co-musical director niya si Farley Asuncion.
But Farley's not gonna be acting.
No. I think one of them has to be in charge of the band. Oh. And that will, Farley's on keyboards. So.
Okay.
So there you have it, chat. We aren't kids anymore.
Any reason why ito yung approach for the trailer or teaser?
I think the nostalgia
Yeah.
of like the
VHS.
na bumabalik ngayon na. I am starting to see those camcorders
camcorders or yung mga
Again.
digicam
Oo, yung point and shoot na digicam.
na sadyang low quality yung output.
Yes.
Yeah. Kasi vibes. I think Gen Z right now, I think they're all about vibes. You know,
So vibes pala yung mga pinagdaanan na natin. Alright. Cool.
80s or 90s. Super retro.
Okay.
Yo,
Tignan mo, speaking of Gen Z, si Riza, nagka-crush or GF ka po while you were acting or in theater? Yeah, meron ng mga naging ex sa theater. Pero wag na natin pag-usapan to.
ex na siya. Tapos
Grabe
na
naman,
yun.
Riza.
Is it something that I think it's something that comes naturally though, right? Like when you're sharing the stage and then you're, I guess, working with them all the time, you just get attracted to them.
You'd be surprised. Most people in the theater dislike dating people in the theater.
But they want people outside of theater.
Oo, yung parang just to... Kasi nga, theater people are a bunch of crazies. I mean, I think we admit to that.
Yeah.
So parang,
I
parang
get what you
balance
mean.
natin, kuha tayo ng mga wala sa theater para medyo na ano naman, para na, merong kayang mag-tone down nung crazy.
Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely got surprised. Akala ko, like, because nga of that kind of energy or is it eccentricness of personalities, hahanapin mo rin ganun. Apparently, hindi.
No. Ano eh. Siguro, marami kang pwede maging crush. Pero yung to get into a relationship, I think a lot of people in our industry would rather date outside of the industry.
Kasi tingin mo magbabangga masyado yung personality.
Oo
ganun.
eh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it.
How do you feel singing the song Minsan Ang Minahalay Ako? What do you mean? Did you hear me sing it or...
Did you sing it?
No. I have never.
Or baka tinatanong... Wait, yeah. Bok, let's contextualize. Baka tinatanong ni Bok how you would feel if you sang it?
Sobrang, I mean, classic yan eh. Classic ng song na yan eh. So, given the opportunity, hindi naman ako hindi. Pag pinakanta sa akin yan, sige. Wag lang siguro sa yung pinakanta ko sa kung
since
saan.
that is a theater classic.
Yeah,
daw.
there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
yun yung context. Okay. So, yeah, how would you sing it? Like if you sang it?
Parang may hugot. Ay,
Kailangan.
Sige.
I think. Do you normally
ikaw kaya.
can you sing without hugot? Like in theater or kailangan talaga parating may karga?
Meron namang mga musical na masaya lang eh. Yung parang di kailangan may hugot. So, yun pwede. Pero masarap. Siyempre masarap kumanta ng mga kantang may hugot, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba, chat?
You could see. Have you ever seen the Disney animated movie Soul?
Yes.
Yeah, like when you get into like, what did they call it? Chad, do you remember what's that term they used in the movie for Soul, Disney? Like
Which one?
That moment when you get into your zone. They call it something. Yeah, but basically when you're so in your zone, you kind of reach like a sense of transcendence, ganun daw. Na parang ano lang, I guess that's it, right? In the zone.
Yun ba yung when he was playing the piano?
Tapos parang ano na siya, nasa ibang mundo na siya. Kasi
Yeah.
do you ever get that feeling?
Yeah, I do.
When you're in theater? Dang.
Yeah.
What,
And I think you have to consciously, sige, babalik ako dun sa conversation about like choosing this as a career. You have to consciously get to that point if you choose this as a career. Kasi otherwise, pag hindi mo mahanap yung pagiging in the zone while you're doing it, you will resent it. Diba? Yung parang, ba't pa kasi pinili ko to? Kasi nga you never consciously got to that point of being in the zone. That it really transports you to a different world that helps you forget about the real problems that you have momentarily. Momentarily, kasi ayaw naman natin maging delulu at kalimutan na lang completely yung mga real problems.
I think that's the beauty with creative jobs. When you get in the zone, it kind of just gives you a reason to keep going on. So yeah, being in the zone and is something that, according to Gio, kailangan talagang consciously, abutin.
Yeah. Gets you ba yun? Gets you yung chat, diba? Yung parang, paano ba to? Parang, hindi ka naman mag-i-input ng number sa video kaya kung hindi mo bala kantahin, di ba? Yung dapat, gano'n na, parang, pinunch in mo na yung song eh. Kantahin mo na, tapos mag-in the zone ka na. Kahit sintonado ka, basta in the zone ka. Okay lang yun eh. But you enjoy that, right? You have to
Yeah.
find that thing that makes you enjoy it and transports you to a different dimension.
In the zone. Yeah, this scene. Remember this scene?
Yeah. Cute talaga ng movie na to, no?
Yep. What do you think is the hardest emotion to portray? Like the basic emotions, happy, sad, angry, or maybe even like the more complex ones like being anxious or horrified. What do you think is the hardest emotion to portray? They say being mad is easy. Is that true?
No, I was just about to say that.
Na pinakamahirap ang mad?
But I don't know, it's different I guess for actors pero siguro ako on a personal level. Kasi I don't even like getting mad as a person in real life Like
Yeah.
it really takes so much. Parang yung feeling ko kasi when I get mad, parang nagko-collapse yung organs ko.
Okay.
So ang hirap niya
I-recreate.
dahil ayoko yung feeling na yun
Yeah.
in real life
Uh-huh.
to have to do it on stage is also kind of scary for me kasi nga hindi lang siya iniisip eh, kumbaga hindi lang siya abstract, nagkakaroon ng physical manifestation sa akin
Yung galit.
yung parang yun nga eh, nagko-collapse yung organs ko, and that is an emotion that I have to deal with in We Aren't Kids Anymore.
Oh, you get mad in there.
I get mad while singing. Yun pa, ang hirap.
Mad while
Sobrang
singing.
galit habang kumakanta. My gosh.
Yeah. It's you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, si Jello.
Yes.
Wait, what does Jello do?
So
in
si
this
Jello
production?
and Katrine, the girl in yellow, they're the covers. So Katrine is the female cover and Jello is the male cover.
What does cover mean?
Basically a swing. So kunwari, if anything happens to any of the three boys, like me, Luigi, or Mike, if one of us gets sick, he comes in to do the show.
Is that called an understudy?
Hindi, kasi like an understudy, I think typically is assigned to one character lang eh. So pag cover, multiple characters yung i-cover niya. So si Katrine, si Kat, the one in yellow, if Gab gets sick or Myron gets sick and they can't do the show, she's gonna come in to do it.
Oh, okay. So that's like, but that term is universal.
Cover.
Kahit anong production.
Yeah.
Cover versus understudy. Yung understudy, isang character lang yung alam niya.
I think so, yeah. So parang, kunyari, the understudy for this character. Understudy. Pero, pag hindi yun, parang hindi usually ginagamit yung cover for... Pero wag niyo akong baka mali ako eh. Baka ma-fact check ako. Yeah, mo na lang. Basta tawag sa kanila cover.
Oh, yun na. I think
Yung understudy, ibang word yun, mas maraming letters yun
No,
eh.
mahirap na pag na-fact check, no? Tapos next thing you know,
Chat, baka
viral
kayo
yun
na lang magsabi, please. Ayokong maano dito. Baka mabash ako mali-mali yung sinasabi ko.
Chat has also responded here on the topic of what emotion is hard. Sabi ni MJ, fear daw. Being melancholic. And also the intensity of the emotion itself or controlling the intensity of the emotion itself is a challenge, sabi ni Bok.
Yung anger, are you talking about anger? Grabe.
Yeah.
Grabe, hirap talaga.
Yeah, because even in real life, there are different levels of anger. So trying to recreate that on stage, I feel like will be a real challenge.
Right.
Being in love. Mahirap ba ma-in love?
Ay, hindi. Master ko na yun.
Doon tayo eh.
Master ko na yun eh.
Okay. Sabi ni MJ, mahirap kung may mga mahirap humugot from an emotion that you've never Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually quite an interesting one. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So it's hard to feel an emotion that you've never experienced before Why do you think? I mean, like, I get it, but why do you think?
Siguro in the context pa rin to of being an actor. The danger in that is in trying to ano ba, what do you call the present, let's say, an emotion that you've never felt as a person. Kasi baka mamaya you jump to extremes. You know what I mean? Na parang kasi dahil hindi mo pa nararamdaman, hindi mo pa siya naiintindihan, parang magka-create ka ng sarili mong understanding of it. And that already, dun pa lang, on that level, it sends the wrong message already.
Why?
'Di ba? Kasi hindi universal yung basis mo of how you're showing that emotion. So when people see it, they're gonna, okay, what's that? Is it this or that or this or that? So parang dahil hindi mo, paano ba?
Are you saying it's impossible? Or just like extremely difficult? Like,
It's difficult, and also I find it tamad. It's lazy if you're an actor and you're being directed to express a certain emotion and you didn't even do your research or try to feel that emotion or get as close as you can to it.
right.
Hindi naman not to
right.
say na kunyari, hindi ko pa kasi alam yung feeling na namatayan. So, so ang
kailangan,
ginawa mo,
maghanap
pinatay
ka.
ka or something. Wag ganon. Hindi yung ganon.
Yeah.
Pero kunwari yung, sige, perfect example, when intoxicated, yung feeling of intoxication or being under the influence of things, ganyan, of substances, parang, pag never mo pa naramdaman yun, ang gagawin mo lang, huhulaan mo, tapos
or-
judgment siya agad. Kasi, nakita ko, yung mga ganyan yung ginagawa nila. Tapos parating exaggerated yung gagawin mo. Pero kung hindi ko sinasabing itry mo, pero do your research. Watch real people actually being intoxicated or if you can find footage of people under the influence of
Punta
certain
kayong
illegal
BGC
substances.
yan.
Yan,
Ayan,
ganyan.
matik.
So pag nakita mo na, okay, ganun pala yun. At least it's still grounded in reality. Hindi siya caricature, hindi siya exaggeration, di ba?
Yeah, caricature would be a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's why I guess child actors who are widely accepted as great actors probably have to be really talented to pull off emotions that just because of sheer young age, they've never experienced.
You know the wonderful thing about child actors? Because kasi kailangan din yata, wag mo naman silang bibigyan ng mga emotions na alam mong hindi pa na experience ng bata, 'di ba? Pero what kids have that adult actors don't anymore is the innocence. So sobrang napaka-fine kasi nung truth when they say things or when they do things or when they express emotions, it's so truthful na hindi pa siya dumadaan sa pagiging adolescent or mga pagiging teenager or pagiging adult na we tend to enjoy complicating things. Sila, they say it as it is, they feel it as it is. So kaya yung mga kaya feel ko talaga I love child actors kasi lalo na yung hindi child actors hindi yung mga they get into it for the showbiz of it all.
Right, I get
right.
it.
Yung talagang who are serious about acting. Kasi nakikita mo na they want to understand what they're doing. So when they do it, they don't, I mean, parang wala masyadong palabok.
Like it's pure.
O hindi siya spectacle. It's not about the spectacle. It's the simplicity and purity of it that makes it so impactful.
Yeah.
Oh, chat. Dami nyo naman. Dami na napag-usapan dyan.
Oo nga eh. There's a conversation going on in the chat, I think. I think it's neat that everybody's so engaged in the conversation and the topics. Tara, basahin natin yung iba
Sige.
dito. Speaking
Sige,
of
si AL.
music, watch Sinners. The hype is real. I think Gio will enjoy that one musical sequence there. Also, big fan of Gio since his dancing days. Yo! Pag sinabing dancing days, anong year yun?
Matagal na yun.
Okay, Sinners?
Yeah, it's new. This is Michael B. Jordan. I've read very good things about this.
Wow, look at that.
About this,
98%. That's nuts. Wow. What is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a... Bakit may...
It's a Kugler, oh my gosh.
Bakit may singing part? Dancing... Sorry. Musical sequence?
No, may musical sequence daw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, Gio here has a question for Gio.
Si Deej yan, diba?
Deej.
Deej.
How much flexibility do you in theater have with your lines or roles? Like, is ad-libbing or improvising common?
It's common, pero ako personally, I stick to the script. Or if there's anything that I feel will help na kung meron akong i-improvise or gusto idagdag, it's more in an effort to make it more comprehensible. Or di ba, sometimes kasi may mga sentence construction na hindi madulas. Yung parang hindi... Pag sinabi mo na
it's
siya
not
parang...
natural.
Yeah, parang hindi organic yung pagkakasabi. So ipapaalam ko naman yun sa writer and sa director. Can I say it this way instead? Tapos parang, as long as I get their approval, then that's good. Pero yung ad-libbing, ang delix kasi ng ad-libbing minsan eh. Kasi...
It could take away from the essence of the script.
Yeah, not just that, pero yung ibang tao din kasi nawawala sila sa cue. Di ba parang may cues kasi yan eh.
Right,
Meron kang
right,
cue.
right.
Pag bigla ka nag-adlib, parang, wait lang, nag-iba yung timing dito ah. Kasi may dinagdag na line or, di ba, parang naglagay ng punchline dito. So, tatawa yung audience. So, medyo may delay bago mo masabi yung line mo. So, I try not to do ad-libbing. There are some directors who are open to it, who actually encourage it. Pero it's always in service of the material naman. Lalo na yung mga ad-libbing for comedies. Man, there are amazing actors who pag nag-adlib sila talaga parang, whoa, it really sounds like it was written in the script. Yung mga ganon.
Okay. Salute ako sa theater actors kasi your performance, even if malayo and di kita yung facial expression nyo, nadadama pa rin yung emotions.
Wow. Ano ba mga napanood nyo ng theater show? Ikaw, si Bok yun, di ba?
I think most recently from Benny fam from our community, Bok, Rayman, Amar, and Barney, they watched, what was the most recent one na may buwan sa title?
Mula sa buwan?
Parang yun
Or
tama.
Anino
tama
sa
yun.
likod ng buwan?
Yeah, yun recently.
Anino sa likod ng buwan.
Yun, yeah.
Oh, that's an idea first live production, no? Yeah.
Oh, here's one related to what you just said. As a stickler for scripts, how do you deal when your co-actor changes the line?
Oh, I respectfully ask them to revert back to the script.
How do you do that? Like, let's say how do you
Kasi,
respectfully ask them?
Like, hey, is it okay if we stick to the script? Because I'm sorry, when you added a line, it kind of changed the cues and medyo nakaka-derail kasi siya. But if you want to build that line into it, we can talk to the director and the writer. Para at least, I'm ready. Kumaga,
It's so professional.
Hindi kasi,
Yeah, I mean, of course, you
ganun
guys
talaga.
are professionals anyway.
Yes.
Have you tried improv?
Have I tried? Improv is so fun. It is. I have a lot of friends who do improv. Pero natatakot ako parating pag ako na yung mag-i-improv.
Bakit?
Hindi ko alam. Parang feeling ko kasi I have a high standard for comedy. So pag ako nag-flop sa sarili ko, baka
You can't forgive yourself.
baka
yun,
mag-move to a different country na ako. Or parang, okay na to.
A lot of comedians would argue, though, that bombing, I think that's the term.
Yeah.
Bombing in front of an audience is part and parcel of becoming a comedian.
Well, I understand, pero
Ikaw personally,
Ako kasi parang,
you're not built for it.
oh,
Ganun.
ayoko na.
Sorry, di ba kayo natawa? Sige, baba na ako.
Hindi ba? Gusto nyo ba ma-offend na lang?
Yeah, that's funny. How do you memorize lines though? Like, because that's one thing that like I could probably never grasp just the intensity and the skill needed to memorize so many lines. How do you even like? Do you hold your script all day, every day, trying to memorize the lines? Like even while you're taking a poop, you're reading your script. Like, what's it like to memorize so many words?
You know, some theater professionals will probably come for me because when I say this, the sooner I can let go of my script, the better. Ganun ako.
What you mean?
Like, kasi it's common theater practice na kahit nag-shows na your script is always there because that's where you write all your notes. Ganyan. I have a photographic memory.
Oh,
so
you're lucky.
I read the script maybe at most 4 times. Kaya ko na ma-memorize yung lines ko. Kasi it's not just the lines that I memorize. I memorize the story. Kasi you have to see everything as a whole. And that will help you help you remember the lines. Kasi pag buo na yung story in your head, you can piece it together. In fact, kaya ko ma-memorize yung lines ng co-actors ko.
Oh,
Dahil nga yung buong story yung ginugol ko na ma-memorize. So, kaya naman I like letting go of my script as early as possible because once we start blocking, it's my body's turn to remember. So, kunyari, blocking or like, you know, sometimes there's choreography. I want to be able to do it without holding the script anymore. Kasi my body might remember holding the script. And I want my body to remember only what I need to do. Diba?
Okay. Is this a technique that you learned from somebody or is this something that you learned on your own?
I think mostly on my own. Kasi nga yun nga, typically, yung people in the theater, as in, Bible talaga yung script. Like, they keep it close wherever, whenever. Kasi nga, nandun lahat ng mga reminders ng blockings. Ako, baka dahil sa dance background. Alam mo, dahil sa dance background yun.
Yeah.
Kasi wala naman kaming script eh. Diba? So,
could
baka
be,
yun yung parang...
That's pretty cool. That's a breakthrough.
Yeah. Kaya feel ko din for cues. Yung kaya ako nag-adlib. Kasi I guess that's from my dance background din. Na there's a certain rhythm that you have to maintain. Diba? Imagine in a dance piece, bigla ka magbago ng choreo. Wala na.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense kung bakit meron kang style that really works for you uniquely compared to probably a lot of your fellow actors kasi meron kang dance background. In fact, sabi ni Age W Gio, CAD's president. You were CAD's president? Dude, that's a big thing.
Yeah, senior year.
Dang, CAD's president. But alam mo to, Ayel.
We go way back.
Kayo ni Ayel?
Yeah, I think we were moving in the same dance circle.
Oh, as a Gio Gahol fanboy. Let's
Lols.
go. Was there a time na nawala ka sa role dahil sa punchline in a show?
You mean yung parang sa SNL, yung na ano tawag doon? Parang nagda-drop character kasi...
yeah, kasi natawa sila.
Kasi natawa.
They couldn't help but laugh.
Alam mo, sa mga comedy shows that I've done, may mga ganong instances. Pero kailangan kaya mo mag-bounce back agad eh.
Yeah.
Ayan, tama
First
si
generation
MJ.
CADs? Are you first generation CADs?
Uy, grabe, hindi naman.
Napaisip
Hindi
na
naman.
ako.
Pumasok naman ako ng CADs na tapos more than 10 years na sila. So, hindi ako OG generation.
That would be intense kung si Gio pala ang pioneer ng CADs. For those who don't know, by the way, CADs is...
Company of Ateneo Dancers.
Yeah, it's like a dancing org in our school. Yo, magkakakilala
That's
talaga
super
small
shy.
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're using a first name basis now. Na feeling ko kilala na rin Gio to.
Chris
diba?
Taroma. Kilala ko yan.
Yeah, so Gio here. I mean, Deej.
Deej.
That's why I love to do comedy shows. Pabilisang mag-improvise.
I do, alam mo, pero do you do that with your friends? Yung parang you out-funny each other?
And I'm not a funny person. Like, I let my funny friends do that.
Pero ganun kasi ako with some of my friends. And I think yung mga, lalo na yung mga friends ko in the theater, yung kunwari may someone
hirit.
says something, tas ginawang joke ni someone, dapat may entry din ako.
Yeah,
Ganun.
actually, yan, tinanong si Francis, pag nagva-Valorant kami, like when we're playing and then we're all in our mics and headsets, pag may nagjo-joke, I let them do the joking. And then yung nagdagaanuhan sila, they try to beat each other.
Yeah.
May entry or wow, may entry siya ngayon. Tapos pero dadagdagan mo. Yep.
Oo.
Yeah, makikitawa ako. Don't worry, I'm supporting you on this side. I'm laughing. If I'm not laughing with my mouth, I'm laughing in my head, promise.
Wala daw. Nagbabardagulan na daw sila, pero wala ka pa nag-entry.
I'm not a funny person. Like, I would say I'm more of a serious type naman. So,
wow.
yeah.
Serious type.
Serious tayo. With the upcoming Come From Away run in Manila, I've been wondering if Filipino actors change their accents when they adapt Broadway shows. Okay, that's a pretty good question.
Yeah, because there's a new show. It's from Broadway.
Come From
Yeah.
Away.
Pero mostly Filipino yung cast. Yeah.
Ito, okay.
Yeah.
And then, may chance daw na mag-iba yung mga accents.
Are you familiar with this material, with Come From Away?
No.
So, it's literally people coming from different parts of the world into one place.
Okay.
So, different nationalities sila. Pero, I guess yung tinatanong kasi, dahil mostly Filipino yung cast, if ganun pa rin yung approach, if they're gonna be multinationals, if the accents are gonna be very
right.
specific to which region they're coming from.
Right,
you know.
right. Is that, may cultural appropriation ba sa accents? Parang wala naman.
Wala
no?
naman.
Wala naman. Like, I think it's part of, the act or acting. Like,
Yeah.
hindi ka makakancel if gumawa ka ng accent as long as it's authentic, ganun.
I think as long as you do it respectfully.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as hindi mo siya caricature. Oo,
Yeah.
'di ba?
Okay. Yeah, okay. Na-curious lang ako dun because these days, we really do have a lot of things to be more aware of and
Yes,
be
correct.
sensitive about. Not that it's wrong, of course, or I'm annoyed that you can get canceled for about anything. I think we're just entering a part of our life a part of humanity kung saan mas sensitive na talaga tayo sa isa't isa because we realize that I guess we're all unique, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
much like when we talk about there's no manual to being an adult, there's no manual to being humans. We keep we're evolving. Like, di ba
That's
parang even our brains are evolving. If really, like 20 years ago, did you imagine that we would actually have AI?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things. There's evolution is happening, and when we say that we have to be sensitive to more things, it's because we are evolving as a species, and
learning more about each other.
learning more about each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Siguro dati kasi meron tayong models or stereotypes or ideas of what we should become, and then if you stray away from it, ano ka na, mali ka, or
Yeah.
ano ka, something's wrong with you. But as we grew to understand each other more, I guess we realized na there's more than one way to life, and there's no wrong way about it either necessarily naman.
Yeah.
Minsan
Masyado ka daw bakonyo.
minsan daw kailangan ipaliwanag ba yung mga jokes. Well, totoo naman, minsan kunyari nag-stream, di ba? And then we're looking at memes or we're looking at jokes. Minsan nakatunga nga lang ako sa screen, nakatingin sa camera, pero umaandar na yung chat, tumatawa na sila. Ako nagpa-process pa. Yeah, medyo mabagal. I admit, that's my character flaw. Mahina talaga ako dyan. Wala naman. Sabi ni Alfie, stage acting is different from miscasting on screen. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. with theater folks, they know how to tread the line. Pero yeah, that's a bit of a thin line. You know,
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time that I watched a play. I think I watched one from a friend. Do you know anybody by the name of Mika Pineda?
Yes.
Okay, so you know Mika. Yeah,
Yeah.
so she's my friend. Batchmate siya nung ate ko. And the last play
Wait
that...
a minute. Batchmate ko si Mika eh.
So batchmates kayo nung ate ko?
Most likely.
Oh, yun. Oh, yun. Maybe ibang year lang kayo, pero same batch.
Yeah. Correct,
ayun.
correct.
Yeah, so that's the last play that I watched. She had like a... It's the only time I learned that term, straight play.
Okay.
Yung ibig sabihin, tama ba ibig sabihin, walang singing?
Yeah.
Okay. So she had a straight play, and that's the
Is
last
this
time I watched it.
Reconciliation dinner?
Yeah! Sa Makati ba?
Yeah.
Okay yun. What? Okay, so I was struggling to tell chat kung anong play yun or anong show yun. Is there a difference between play and show? Because
Show
like-
is a more general term.
Okay, sige, because I
a
keep-
concert is a show and
Okay.
diba,
okay.
like
because I keep interchanging the two. But yeah, so that's the last time I watched, and then I think the one before that was Wicked. When they came
okay.
here many years ago, like
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
yeah.
more than a decade ago. Yeah,
more than a decade
yeah.
ago.
Not the recent one.
NCCP?
Kasi may, in CCP.
NCCP pa.
Kailan yung recent ba? Hindi
With Soler.
CCP.
Soler.
Ayun. So
Yeah.
yung CCP, yung huling napanood ko. And then one probably in college to support a friend. That's it. Like, bilang lang sa daliri yung mga plays na napanood ko. So what I want to get at here is, what's probably one thing about theater or acting or shows that you could tell people who are like me to be more interested in watching shows?
Honestly, nothing is more thrilling than seeing a story unfold right before your eyes. Unlike in if you watch a movie, it's there, the story is unfolding, but there's a literally a screen between you and the story. Diba? In theater, it's just so amazing that there is you can be seated like I want to say like 5 feet away from the stage, and that stage is a completely different world. And you're seeing it right in front of your eyes,
Real
and you're
time.
seeing 2, 3, 5, 15 different lives present in that world. And you're breathing the same air as them. Diba? It's such a holistic experience. Kasi matatapos yung show that you're not just amazed at the story, but you're also amazed at how did they show me that story. Like if you're someone who gets curious about the technical details of it, like, whoa, how did they build that set? My gosh, where those lights?
Actually, that's me. That's probably
There
me.
you go.
Yeah.
I knew I was talking about you when I was mentioning that. So feel ko yun yung magic nun eh. Like if you watch a theater production, because it's really it transports you and it transforms you. Sometimes you're not even aware of it. You step out of the theater, there is something about you that's changed. Either something that the way you think, or the way you feel about certain things, or the way you understand certain things. That's always a promise when you watch a theater production. You know, like theater productions come in all different shapes and sizes, pero each one is promising that kind of experience. It transports you and it transforms you.
Yeah. I think you got me at, you could be 5 feet away from the stage, which is, by the way, close, yet just 5 feet away from you, iba yung nangyayari
Yeah,
dun.
it's a different world.
Yeah, it's like you're observing something
Yeah.
from a third person point of view, but then it's also happening right before your eyes. Yeah, I could see. I also got hooked with the word magic. Na nga no, it can really feel that way when there's entire production that's just going on, and Yeah, it feels kind of, it's cool now that I think about it, because I never looked at it that way. I think growing up, we were more a family of moviegoers than we were musicals or theater or plays. But now it all makes sense to me. Na oo nga no, in a movie, yeah, you could be immersed, but it's a different kind of immersion at the end of the day because, well, it's not live for one thing,
there
di
you
ba?
go.
Cool. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, so chat, yung mga mahilig manood dyan, sama nyo na to si Carlos.
Yeah, no, don't. You're talking to somebody who's already sold. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching on mid-May. Pagbalik ko from La Union, because I'm gonna be headed over there. Chat, you already know. You guys, let's study the show dates here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So weekends.
Yes. All weekends
Friday,
of May.
Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wow.
And then we'll have one Thursday show on May 22nd.
Ah, okay. Why?
Yeah.
Is it a holiday or something? Or?
No, it's not. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a special day. Maybe it's someone's birthday. I don't know, but we have
Pwede.
it's probably
Pwede.
someone's birthday.
Baka birthday nung nag-fund nung show. Yan, pwede.
Maybe.
Kailangan may pa-birthday siya. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All weekends of May.
Yeah, so May 2 to May 25.
Why are the numbers different? I'm trying to figure out why.
No. So some shows are barefoot shows, and then some are from show buyers. So if
Okay.
you can see in the email address, that those are the email addresses. If it's tickets at Barefoot Collab, that's a barefoot show. But if it's a different email address, it's a show buyer.
What's the difference? Wala naman.
Wala naman.
Iba lang yung nagpo-provide ng tickets.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, because it's pretty clear there's only one cast, right? Like it's no A
Yes.
or B.
Yeah.
May ganun pa ba?
Alternates, yes. Some shows, lalo na yung mga sobrang dami yung like long-running productions, they need alternates.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah.
in our case, in We Aren't Kids Anymore, wala. But we do have two wonderful covers.
Jello and
Cat.
I have a question. And you know, even as somebody who's far removed from this industry, I've begun noticing na the theater industry is booming, has been very much so. I think in the last 2, 3, 4 years. Why? Like, why do you think? Ano nangyari? Bakit biglang it's a thing?
It's revenge theater. Cause
Revenge theater is the
yeah,
term.
because 2-3 years were taken from us. No live shows were happening during the pandemic.
Of course, yeah.
So imagine that's a really long time for people who love performing
Yeah,
to not perform. So when we came back, I think
Yeah.
theater started coming back in 2023. Gra talagang with a vengeance. We were off to a really strong start, and then last year happened. There were a lot more shows. This year, especially, grabe sobrang daming shows.
Yeah, it's like the
2025.
pendulum swung the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not just the actors and production who want to have revenge theater. It's also the consumers of the show, yung mga nanonood.
Yes.
For sure, na-miss nila yun, di ba?
Yeah, kasi nung pandemic, we were some people were doing shows online. Just, of course, it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
again,
you
diba,
just
ibang-iba eh.
described,
I just
yeah.
described how different the experience of watching a live theater performance is. So, nung nagla-live na, grabe yan. All the theater fanatics, as in, let's watch all of them. Parang Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, and I think ang galing din na whoever is responsible for keeping the momentum going, talagang sinakyan. Because until now, buhay na buhay. I think, would you say that this is the most alive theater has ever been?
I want to say yes. Ito, 2025.
Yeah, because it's nuts. I have a friend, like a friend from Kumu, who keeps telling everybody, mga fellow live streamers from the same agency, who know how to act and sing, to just get into theater. Kasi sobrang big na raw ng theater. And do you think that's also why a lot of actors or celebrities are also trying to get into theater right now? Is it because they're trying to ride the trends, or do you think they're testing themselves Is it because the money is there? Why do you think we have celebrities, traditional celebrities, also going into theater?
One of the things that I think I've worked with some celebrities who've tried their hand at theater, and this is what I always hear from them after doing a theater production. Most of them would say the best part that I'm taking with me after doing theater is the discipline. Kasi we really take pride in that. Like theater professionals, the discipline that is required of us to do this professionally is top notch. So yung mga celebrities, talagang nakikita nila how we work and they're like, ganyan dapat ako mag-work. Like, thank you
That's
for
cool.
teaching me that. Thank you
yeah.
for teaching me that. Because that's all gonna come in handy when I go back to like film or television.
So there's no like hidden war here or hidden like motivations to go against each other. Friends lahat.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought there was like some kind of drama going on, like
Between celebrities and theater professionals.
like trying to like enter each other's worlds.
No.
Wala naman. Yeah, because I mean the reason why I have that kind of thinking is because there is that kind of war when it comes to creators and traditional celebrities trying to penetrate like the YouTube market or them trying to be TikTokers. It's just not translating as well.
Right.
So I mean, it's not really like a war or like one side belittling the other side, but it's a little bit more obvious that it's not working as much as I guess celebrities thought it would. Because they tried. I mean, they have the clout, they have the fame, they have the resources. They try to be a creator, but 9 times out of 10 hindi talaga nagtra-translate.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them did that kasi after the
Pandemic.
the tail end of the pandemic, a lot of them started like launching their YouTube channel, right, and
yeah.
everything like that.
Nagiging weird na rin kasi, like if you think about it, the world of traditional media and the world of internet media nagko-converge na.
Correct.
So now sometimes, diba, pag may mga red carpets, ba't may influencer dun? Ba't may TikToker na andyan sa red carpet? Yeah, it's because nagko-converge na yung dalawang mundo. Yeah. Anything else that you wanna show here from the Instagram page? Anything that...
Sige, meron dyan
How about
picture na
this?
umiiyak ako. Then
Oh,
may
yung
isang
picture na umiiyak.
Wait lang, sige, go scroll up.
Scroll up.
Sorry, scroll down.
Okay,
down.
okay.
Right there, see? Ayaw niyo maniwala na iiyak kayo, na may iyakan dito.
It does look like you're really crying.
Yeah, and it says, I got a little more pain to work through. Yeah, look at my eyes, swollen up.
Pang ilang iyak mo na yan for the day?
I have no idea. I've gotten so used to coming out of rehearsals. And let's say like, I come out of rehearsals and then I'll jump into a meeting. They're like, are you okay? Ba't namamaga yung mata mo? Sabi ko, galing ako ng rehearsal. Sorry, medyo madaming iyak yun eh.
I have a random question.
Yeah.
Do you have to maintain your haircut length?
No.
No, like it's not something that obvious because of course in movies they have to have the same
for
haircut,
continuity,
diba?
right?
Ito wala naman.
Wala naman. Wala namang prescribed na haircut.
Okay. How about this? Are you singing here?
Oh man.
Let's go!
Yeah, sige.
Exactly who you were, it was something good. You had friends who all understood. And I can't go on pretending that you're acting like you should. I'm still here because I hope you grow back into something good. You used to know.
Sabi ni DJ, oh wow, ang lamig ng boses, sarap pakinggan.
You said you didn't really get into theater till after college.
Yeah.
Did you always know you could sing?
No.
parang talagang ano to.
Sabi ko sa inyo, I'm a fake it till you make it kind of guy. Like,
what? Sobrang we aren't kids anymore talaga na you're learning more about yourself as you went along in different stages.
Absolutely. And wow, kaya ko pa ba? Sige. I said this recently to a friend of mine who who said nga, parang grabe kumakanta ka na din ngayon. Kasi nga, nalaman, kilala niya ako as just a dancer before. And then when I started doing theater, parang, oh, maarte ka na, parang, oh, may mga pelikula ka na, oh, kumakanta ka naman ngayon. Tapos parang, ang ano ko na lang, mantra ko kasi doon is, I'm not gonna get myself into anything and just be mediocre at it.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than that. I am not doing it to impress anyone, that because for me the worst criticism will always come from myself.
You are
So
your own
I
worst
don't
critic.
I am not going to disappoint myself, which means if I get into something, I gotta be good at it.
Wow.
No, why get into something and just be mediocre?
Are you type A?
I think so.
Type A personality,
Yeah.
yeah. It does. It does scream type A. Na talagang you gotta be good at something. Do you? I'm looking for the term. Do you punish yourself if you try something but then end up sucking at it?
That's never happened.
Oh man, solid.
I do things. I always have. I swear. Whenever I do anything, I have to do a good job. The only clincher is if I enjoy it or not. So I can do something and realize that, oh, I'm actually good at this, but I don't enjoy it. So okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah, that's actually a really profound way to do shit. Yeah.
Right? Diba?
Yeah, oo nga naman. What do you think pushes you to keep trying new things? Because I mean, I think that's one theme that's been going on throughout this entire stream. You keep talking about how you discover new things about yourself. You keep trying. When you try something new, you gotta go all in. It's all or nothing. And then now you just shared na it's apart from it being all or nothing, you also have to enjoy it too. Because even if you are good at it, ayaw mo.
Yeah.
Where do you think you got that from? Like
Upbringing. I think
Upbringing.
from my mom.
yeah.
My mom is kind of like that. Like, go hard or go home. Like, I don't know if it's a complex, pero the only way I'm never going to be a disappointment to anyone is if I don't disappoint myself.
Okay.
So,
okay.
parang anything, that's something that I learned from my mom. Na parang, don't set yourself up to fail. Everything that you're gonna do, set yourself up to succeed. Kasi, grabe yung... Have you ever been disappointed at yourself?
Oh yeah.
Have you?
Of course. Yeah.
How long does it take for you to get over it?
Interesting question. I guess it depends on whether or not it was a new thing to me. If it was a new thing to me, I tried it, I sucked, I'll be more forgiving.
Yeah.
But if I'm already supposed to be good at it, I end up sucking anyway, I think I'll be less forgiving.
Yeah. Because it claws at you.
Yeah.
And I do not like that feeling. So feeling ko ganun. And my mom is kind of like that. My mom is very type A.
Yeah.
So I got it from my mama.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think going about life in that way. I mean I personally read about it all the time, chat, about how to go about life or trying your best, all or nothing. But I think it's also another thing to have somebody like Gio walk us through it, like an embodiment ng mga motivational TikTok na pinapanood natin. So you've always been like this, like I just asked you where you probably learned it from. You said your mom, but were you always like this, even in high school, college? Well, you were CAD's president.
Yes. Ito sige, i-reveal ko to. The only... I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Sige, chat, pakinggan nyo to. The only reason why I wanted to go to Ateneo was because of CADS. I was supposed to go to the UP Diliman.
Okay.
Because my mom went to UP. And then, when I passed UP Diliman, she was like, oh, mag-UP ka na, para pareho tayo, blah, blah. She was so proud. But in my head, parang, oh, but I wanna go to Ateneo to join CADS. Tapos, so, nung finally, pinayagan ako naman, sabi ko lang, oh, I've always wanted to go to Ateneo, so, can I go there? Sabi niya, sige, it's really up to you naman eh. Pero never ko na-reveal.
Na yun yung
Dahil
reason. Gusto sa Cats
Oo,
lang talaga.
Yun lang talaga yung yun yung
You really like
deciding
dancing,
factor.
huh, at the time.
No, not even.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Bakit?
So my ate is a dancer.
Okay.
And then I watched one of her competitions. So she's older than me, nasa college na siya. At tapos dun sa dance competition na yun, kalaban nila yung CADS. Doon napanood ko yung, I love my sister. Siyempre, sinuport ko yung group ng sister ko. Pero yung napanood ko yung performance ng CADS noon, sabi ko, whoa, they're cool. I wanna be part of that. But I wasn't really a dancer. Like, nakulan lang ako sa ginagawa nila. So, I went to Ateneo, auditioned for CADS, I passed. So, nung pumasa ako, sinabi ko, pag senior year, magiging president ako ng CADS.
Damn, Chad.
Made it happen!
Gio is locked in, man. Ito talaga yung when you focus on something, no? You got that Mamba mentality for
Yeah.
sure. All right, chat. I think we can wrap the stream up by going through a couple of Reddit threads.
Oh,
Gio and I went through some Reddit threads that we want to quickly browse through before we end the stream. Maybe a couple before we end tonight.
Yeah.
But let's see. What are some questions? Gio?
Dancing tips. Simulan natin today.
Oh my God.
Papasayawin mo natin si Carlos today.
Sa May. Meron kami so may member goal
Nakita ko
kami
may
dito.
dance class.
Yeah, dance class member goal because that's how bad that I am at dancing that I have to leverage memberships to the live stream para lang sumayaw ako. And you know, the moment I said this, biglang umarangkada yung memberships because chat just wants to see me dance. It will happen, chat. It will happen in May. Okay.
We are looking forward to that dancing TikTok content.
Oh my gosh. Okay, more questions before we dive into some Reddit threads. Thank you, chat. Pinag-ipunan
Uy,
namin.
grabe.
Are you also a Capricorn? Asking for a friend.
No, I am a Leo. Makes sense.
Is this We Aren't Kids Anymore by Drew Gasparini?
Yes, it is, chat.
Okay, questions. Looking for questions. Something worth doing is worth doing excellently. Oof.
I believe in that. Absolutely.
Okay. Any more questions that we missed? If you want us to answer a specific question na hindi gusto niyo talagang masagot pero hindi namin nakita or nadaanan na namin, now is your time to repeat the question. And then after the Reddit threads, we'll answer them. Do you prefer theater acting or acting in front of a camera?
I love both differently. Like, I'm not gonna choose one over the other because I love both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like in the gym, like when people ask me, you like squatting more or deadlifting more? Do you like bench day more? Do you like upper body more or lower body? I like both. I like
Right.
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, your body needs all of it
Yeah,
anyway.
I get what you mean. Na parang it's hard to choose between two great things that you really like doing or love.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like this always gonna hurt more, but that doesn't mean I don't love it.
Yeah. Oh, wait, ito. Oh, no. Here we go, chat. Ready yourselves.
Sinigang versus adobo? Adobo.
No, I was hoping
What's
you'd
this?
say sinigang.
Are you a sinigang homie?
Yeah, siniganggang ako, man.
Siniganggang
I guess
ka.
you made the adoboys proud.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay, fine.
No
fine,
hate though.
fine.
I love sinigang, but I will always prefer adobo.
Siniganggang. What is your take if actors say method acting is a dangerous type of acting?
I don't want to call it dangerous, but it's not dangerous, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. Like, you have to be a responsible method actor. You can't just say, oh, because I'm a method actor. Yeah, but dude, it comes with responsibilities.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yes, silabok pala adobo rin.
Mga adoboys yan. Okay,
Bula lover. Si Deej may sariling
sarili-
category.
Gumawa ng third side. Okay, what did we want here? What's this? Ito. Para
Sige.
relate natin sa, sa show.
Sige.
Okay? Alright, Chad, let's talk about this one for a bit. Who can relate to this meme?
Sige, tingnan natin chat sino.
This one is from Self-Love.
Like, ganyan na rin, nakaka-relate ba kayo? Kasi may ganyan din kayong mirror sa kwarto.
Or may ganyan kayang blouse.
Yeah. So, di ba sabi, sorry, I didn't become the person you wanted me to be. Tapos sinagot siya ng, don't worry, as long as you're alive, we have time.
Do you know Gary Vaynerchuk?
No.
He's like a motivational guy, businessman on like social media. And he keeps saying this na as long as you're alive, you have time rhetoric. Paulit-ulit. And then the joke becomes, nasa 90 years old ka na, pwede ka pa rin daw maging TikTok star. So parang paulit kasi sobrang dinidrill niya sa utak ng mga viewers and supporters niya na yun na yung naging joke. But I do believe in it, Chad. I think we already have this meme of Walt Disney, si Colonel Sanders, si Oprah. Diba? We have that. There's that meme that talk about how people at different chapters in their lives made it. I mean, yeah, at different chapters in their lives made it despite their the expectations of their generation. Yeah, I do believe in this. How about you? What's your take here?
In this meme?
Yeah.
Funny that we pulled this up because we were discussing this din kanina. Should we talk about this? Parang sabi ko, yeah, sige. Pero kasi I already, in my head, figured na, because I can relate it to We Aren't Kids Anymore. But because I also wanted to see this chat sa mga mga interesado manunood at alam kung manunood talaga kayo. We already released like a content warning because we're gonna be the show tackles like themes of mental health issues, self-harm, suicide, and kaya dito I believe in it. Like as long as you're alive, there is time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I specifically sing, there's a line in one of the songs that I'll be singing in the show where I say, the guilt comes calling. Am I being someone else? Am I letting down the younger versions of myself? So it got me to thinking about what I thought I would be when I was a kid. Do you still remember when you were a kid and you were like, I'm gonna be a scientist? Did you ever say stuff like that?
Pilot for sure.
Oh, pilot.
Yeah.
Like I think when I was a kid, I said I wanted to be a scientist or a lawyer.
Okay.
It's so far from.
Well, you could still be
from
on
that
stage,
journey.
right? You can still
Yeah.
be,
Well, at least
technically.
I can act like a lawyer or a scientist. Pero I think someone asked me if I'm disappointed that I didn't turn into who I thought I was gonna be when I was a kid. And I said no, because I think if I could talk to my younger self now, my younger self would be happy that I got to where I am now. And in fact, I think what my younger self would say is finally.
Despite
Yeah.
not being a scientist or a lawyer.
Yeah, like finally, because I think we all go through life finding things, looking for things that make us happy. And when I say that my younger self would say finally, it's because finally you found the thing that makes us happy. And that's what's important. And as long as you're alive, stay happy, stay there, keep finding what makes you happy. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. I mean, I know this meme is kind of like a two-part meme. There's the person in front of the mirror and there's the reflection talking back at them. I'm more drawn to this side. Yung don't worry, as long as you're alive, we have time. Because of course, there are many things that I wanted to be. I mean, who would ever think at our age magiging live streamer ka?
Right?
Diba? Wala
Right.
naman live streamer dati.
Diba?
So maybe that's why I'm drawn to this because because again, I would have never thought of becoming a creator. And I think one quote that I really think relates to this would be, have you ever heard of comparison is the thief of joy?
Yes.
Yeah. So yun, diba? So don't worry, as long as you're alive, you have time. Because I think what we also tend to do when we fall short of our expectations is to compare ourselves to others who are close to us or to our peers because they're the closest ones na kumbaga ka-age natin, diba?
Right.
And then see that perhaps maybe they've achieved your dreams and you haven't yet, or that they've achieved exactly what you wanted and you strayed to another direction.
Yeah.
I think it kind of sucks when you begin falling into that comparison trap because you fail to be grateful for the things that you've probably already achieved or have come a long way from, and then hindi mo na nakikita yung progress na yun or yung growth na yun kasi focused ka sa growth or sa ibang tao. So I really do believe that you've said it earlier already, which I thought is also very related to this, na as long as you're happy and as long as you derive a lot of joy from the things you're doing or giving all yourself to, you're gonna be fine, chat. You're gonna be fine. You don't have to worry too much about other people. Just, I guess, worry about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yung expectations, especially both expectations that you set for yourself and what others expect of you. Like, I heard this once before and it made so much sense. So I always think about it. That expectations are premeditated resentments.
Ooh, okay.
Diba, parang you're giving yourself reason to resent certain choices because of the expectations that you're setting. So, parang, wag na. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself like unreasonable expectations because the resentment will be very unreasonable. The amount of resentment you'll have will be also ganon, parang ganon siya ka lala for you. Unreasonable talaga.
Yeah, especially, I think that's why it helps to live in the present. Right? Kasi kung nag-set ka na expectations, you're living in the future. Right? You're living in the future that you don't really have a lot of control over. So yeah, you are gonna end up resenting yourself if hindi mo maabot yun.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Tavis, nah, I'm gonna keep worrying about everyone else.
This isn't a me problem.
What's up, Tavis? Okay, one last
Yeah.
Reddit thread, chat. One last
Okay,
Reddit
here we
thread.
go.
Okay, how about something that's a little off topic? You wanna do this?
Sure.
Okay. Chat, a question for everybody as we wrap today's stream up. The question is, anong gamit sa school? Oh, maybe you should read the question.
Sige. Anong gamit sa school ang status symbol noong panahon mo?
Okay. Bawal na sagot yung Crayola.
Oo, nandyan na eh.
Oh, yung may 12, 24, 36, 64 na Crayola. Ikaw ba, ilan yung crayons mo?
Ako yung 32. I think it's the 32 crayons.
I think mine is
Like
a
half of it.
24. Or, I mean, one step above 12. Kung ano man yung next. Okay, yeah. Okay, Cha, how about you? How yung pencil case na may 3 floors? Anong kuya?
Oh, yun nga yung may layers sa pencil case. Pero totoo
Ayan,
yun
yan.
Sobrang totoo yun eh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever got one, but I would be a little bit envious of my classmates who had it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I would have ever appreciated it if nakakuha ko ng sarili kong ganun.
Ako naalala ko kasi Coleman eh. Pag Coleman yung water jug mo, Parang, mayaman.
Pag
Hindi yung
naka-Coleman ka,
generic na, na water jug.
yung
eh.
Coleman mo dati, yun yung hydro flask ngayon.
Oo, Tsaka yung Owala ngayon. Mga Owala.
Yung
Yung ballpen
ballpen.
na apatan.
Yan, alam ko yan. Okay. Labo nung green, no? Gets ko yung blue, red, and black eh. Pero yung green, di naman tinatanggap sa school yun dati.
Di ba yung red parati pag-check yun?
Pag-check your own papers, di ba? Useful yan.
Yan Coleman na blue o pula na may yellow. Oh, yun! Yung may buong yellow na malaki.
Yung plastic na.
Yes. Yung may ice bag.
Yeah, mismo. Anong laman nung... So, Coleman ka dati?
Hindi.
Hindi. Okay. Anong laman ng water jug mo dati?
Water lang.
Water. Yung Chad, ako may flex ako. Yung laman ng Coleman
Sunny
ko
orange
dati.
yan.
Tango.
Ay, wow!
So, ang sarap parati ng recess
Tapos
ko.
may yellow.
Oo, may yellow. Pero yung bad trip lang doon, it ends up being so sticky.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre, di ba?
Puro sugar
Tapos di ka naman medyo madungis ako na bata dati. So, alam mo yung tipong sasarado ko lang kahit may mga tang-tang pa sa gilid nung spout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pilot na ballpen.
Oh, talaga. Hindi ba Mygel? Ano yun?
Mygel yun. Pencil na may bala. Lala mo yun?
Yes.
Yung pag na i-shoot mo sa likod ulit. Okay.
Yung may LED.
Kompleto yung paper
Tech
mo.
pen yung tawag. Tama ba? Tech pencil?
Alala ko
that's called.
magic pencil. Ano yung
Magic pens. Yun yata yung
Yan. Oo, ito yun. Tama ba yun? Yung may bala? Ay, iba pa yung bala, yung LED. Iba pa yun eh. Oo. Okay, what's this? Yung pad paper mo kompleto. May 1 whole, may 1/2, may 1/4.
Tsaka yung maraming stabilo na highlighter.
Ooh.
Kasi pag hindi ka masyado nakakaangat-angat, di ba, dermatograph yung gamit mo.
Ano yung dermatograph?
Ay, dermatograph, di mo naalala yun?
Oh, what's that?
Parang highlighter pero para siyang crayon. Ayun, tapos yung may string yan eh. Tapos ganun mo siya. Pag hindi mo
babalatan
siya sinasharpen. Oo.
Chat, sinong familiar dito? Magkakaalaman na. Ako naman, I was never a big on highlighters. So, parating yung dilaw lang yung binibili ko. Yeah.
Pero kasi eventually, may mga pastel.
Yeah, I was about to say, nakita mo na ba yung Stabilo ngayon? Pag pumunta ka, there's so many different
ang
colors.
lala, parang tinalo pa nila yung 64 Crayola.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nasa laylayan yung pamilya. Alam mong nasa laylayan ka. Laylayan yung pamilya mo kasi artista. Yeah. Nung yung college kami, ni-require kami ng Filipino teacher ko na ayaw niya ng notebook na branded. Gusto niya yung notebook namin, yung may artista sa harapan.
Tapos yung prof mo na yun, kabarkada ko. Kaya alam mo matanda ako, di ba?
Tiba yung apelido niya.
Oo. Nung minention mo yun, nalaman ko agad kung sino eh. Kasi alam ko ginagawa niya yun eh.
Tenorio?
Oo, si Jetro. Shoutout nga pala sa kaibigan ko si Jetro Tenorio.
Yo! He was a very strict professor.
Wow!
Pero na-appreciate ko yung pagka-strict niya kasi yun yung tipong natutunan ko lang kung ano yung gusto niyang malaman namin. Tapos na ako sa class niya.
Wow.
Yun, yung tipong parang basil naman ng teacher na to, ang hirap naman nito. Ba't kailangan pahirapan And then you only realize everything that they were trying to teach. Tapos na.
Oh, man.
Ay, yung akin Angel Locsin chat, yung celebrity
yung
ko.
notebook mo. Saan pa nakakabili ng ganun ngayon? Meron ba?
Hindi ko alam. Dati sa National lang.
No,
di natin mukhang batch lang natin si Gio, no?
Hindi, matanda na ako.
Yeah.
Sa Divisoria. Ba't alam mo, Dij?
Yung interesting pa dito, anong sa Divisoria? Teka, same age ba kami ni Tokayo? Huh? Taga Manila ba?
Hindi, same age.
Same age? What's this?
Kami ni Dij.
Kayo, yeah. Alam ko kayo ni Dij, same age kayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, batchmate din yung ate mo.
Yeah, mo.
Okay.
Pero si Dij taga New Zealand yan.
Okay. Oh, Kiwi. Oh, Pandayan Bookshop. Meron pa bang Pandayan? Classic.
Pandayan.
Whoa.
Meron pa,
Meron pa
apparently.
nga sa Cubao.
Yeah, mukhang meron pa. Wow. Okay, yeah. Anyway, chat, I think it's a good time to end the stream right now. How about before we end the stream, we spam the stream with some Gio emotes. And then don't forget that if you want to look at the schedule for We Aren't Kids Anymore, you can always just check out Barefoot Collab. If you check it out on Instagram, where else can they get information? Mostly on Instagram, yeah?
Instagram, they're also on Facebook. I think on TikTok as well.
On
So you can
TikTok.
look for Barefoot Collab on TikTok. Or yan, if you're already decided that you want to get tickets, just visit bit.ly/waka2025 tickets.
Yun.
Waka, of course, means We Aren't Kids Anymore.
Are you excited?
Hindi po yan Shakira musical na Waka.
Are you excited for the show?
Absolutely. And kakapaulit-ulit nga natin tinitingnan yung ngayon ko lang na-realize next week na pala kami mag-open.
Talaga ba? Wait lang.
Woo, kinakabahan ako.
Oh,
May 2.
ano, May
May
2.
2 pa sa May pa pala, no? Ay, wait, May na pala next week. So, yes, we open on May 2. If you guys want to watch on opening weekend, meron pang tickets. Go for it. Go grab your tickets na.
I'm actually really mid-May, Benny fam. We can maybe arrange a hangout for this one. So OJ, if you're watching, let's talk about it. Let's arrange a hangout for Benny fam. We can watch this together. Gio, mid-May for sure. Okay, here, random. When do you think the best time is to watch? Like, is there like a maybe watch it in the middle of the season? Yung patapos na, wala naman.
No,
wala naman.
you know, I gotta say, like, as I said earlier, we've been rehearsing for 5 weeks. And we're really ready for this show.
Okay.
So, wala tong warm-up period. I'm not gonna say, don't watch during the first week. Siguro second week. Wala. We're so ready. It's a really good show. And I'm not just saying that because I'm promoting it. It really is. It's my first English language musical.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mostly work on original Filipino work. So this excites me because grabe the shape and form that it has at this moment. Talagang kung gusto nyo in 1 hour, gusto nyo nang panoorin yung show, kaya namin. Wow, the confidence. No, but seriously, I'm not gonna recommend that it's only best to watch during this time. Watch when you are ready. After hearing everything I've had to say about the show, watch when you're ready. Basta within May 2 to 25 ha. Baka pag-ready ka, June
kailangan
na eh.
ready ka na before.
Wala na kami nun eh.
Alright, chat. Have a great evening.
Thank you, chat.
I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody. How about W's? W's in the chat before we go. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga tumambay dito.
Yes.
Francis, SWG, Steffi, Lost One, Ron, Alex, Deej, Paulo, Mock. Trying to get more names. Riza, MJ, Alfie, Ayel, Vince, Johan was also here at one point. OJ and everybody else. Share also. We'll see you soon. Bye bye everyone.
W's.